Kia ora koutou. Lovely to see everyone. This is my third time on stream in one day, which is very exciting. I'm definitely going to sleep well tonight.
Doing a marathon.
Yes, indeed. Going all in on day one. So welcome. This stream is part of KiwiRPG Week 2026. We have streams, we have panels, we have blog posts. Oh my. One thing that I'm also in coming up is the Māori Creators Stream on Friday, 10th of July at 1 p.m. NZ time. And if you were a mega fan, you'll have seen Iwa running myself and some other cool people through her game User Broken 2 today. So, starting off with what is this game, and we'll introduce ourselves in just a moment. This game is called Whakawhitinga. It is a game that I wrote. It is a Te Ao Māori informed world building game that follows the creation purako of Te Timatanga o Te Ao, or the beginning of the Māori world. And it plays through across 5 phases where we build a world through asking and answering questions. And quickly, I'll note that just for this week, I have put Whakawhitinga, the game that we're playing today, on sale, on a 20% sale. This is both the digital and the physical version, if you want to grab a copy. And the shipping is from Australia, so it's not too bad, actually. Cool. So to start us off, yes, Iwa has just put the link in chat. To start us off, I will be opening with a karakia, which is one that myself and my friend Ruatapere wrote specifically for this game. So I'll read it I Te Ao Māori and then read it I Te Ao Pākehā as well. He karakia tātou, I te timatanga ko te kore, mai I te kore ko te pō, mai I te pō ko te ao marama, ke te pū ke he tātou, hā ki roto, hā ki waho, ka tupu tātou katoa, pera I ngā mata o te marama, pera hoki I ngā mata o te ao, kua tupu tātou katoa, tuturu whakamaua kia tīna, tīna, homie, huie, taikie. In the beginning, there was te kore. From te kore came te pō. From te pō came te ao marama. We are flowing. Breathe in, breathe out. We will all change like the phases of the moon, like the phases of the world. We will all change. Hold fast. Draw together. Affirm. Lovely. So that was just to kind of open the space. Some people who I think are wrong translate karakia to be prayer. I prefer to see it as intention setting, as a way to kind of set the kaupapa of a place, of a space, and kind of what we want to happen. So that is kind of what that does. So first up in the game after the karakia is whakawhanaungatanga, which is kind of connection, relationship building. And we will introduce ourselves here, but we will also kind of name something in the physical plane that we feel a particular connection to kind of align to the world building part of this game. So I will start us off. So kia ora ko Riwhi aho. He uri aho no ngā tahu me te atiawa o te waka Maui, I te taha toku mama. He uri aho no kariki, I te taha toku papa. So kia ora. My name is Riwhi. I use he, him, ia pronouns. On my mother's side, I whakapapa to Kaitahu, Te Atiawa, and Te Atiawa o te waka Maui. And then on my dad's side, to a little village in the north of Greece called Krokos Kozani, which is a saffron farming village. So if anyone has any good saffron-related recipes, please let me know, because I just have stores of saffron in the cupboard.
I need to cook paella for you sometime.
Ooh, yes, you do. I will take you up on that offer. A physical place in the world that I will mention is I'm a bit of a wetland lover, and there's this beautiful little swamp in between Picton and Blenheim, which is where most of my mother's side of the family is, and saw it many times driving between Picton and Blenheim, and I always looked out the window and wanted to see what was happening. And they poisoned all the willows in there a few years ago, and they recently began clearing those out, which has been really lovely to kind of see it crop up in the wake of these invasive willows being killed. So that is also every time I go by, I have to take pictures of it and then send the pictures to my partner with the words "get bogged, loser" edited over the top, because that's how I show affection. I will pass to Emlyn.
Kia ora, ko Emlyn toko ingoa. My name is Emlyn. I go by Sycorax on most platforms, including Itch and Tumblr and stuff. I use he, they pronouns. I'm our token Pakeha today. I grew up in Punake, and the place that I would kind of draw from for this would be Mount Koko, or Tarikaka, I believe is the original name. That is the mountain that's kind of nearby the place that I grew up. I call it a mountain. My partner takes umbrage with that because it's not quite tall enough. They're from the States, so it's not tall enough by their reckoning, but I think it is. And I have a lot of memories of going up there as a kid with my family, with school trips and stuff. I really love being up high and having that view out over the city, of the harbor one way, and then kind of over the rolling hills on the other way. And there's kind of this moment where you've been seeing peaks of the landscape through the tree cover, quite dense tree cover at the bottom, and then you finally kind of ascend above it, and you can see everything spread out around you, and it's really beautiful.
Oh yeah. Kia ora whānau. Ko iwa tōku ingoa. Ko tainui te waka, ko mangato te maunga, ko waikato te awa, ko Ngāti Kura ki kau te iwi. Ko iwa tingi tōku ingoa. What's up? My name's Iwa. I whakapapa to the mighty Waikato, way over there. I'm so far away and I'm sad about it. Currently living in Poneke, doing some crazy, cool, fun things with games and things and whatever else. But yeah, the place that I feel most connected to is probably my maunga. Every time I've come close to it. I've never actually stood on it. But just driving past it and being near it and seeing it is so powerful to me. Just like the mana you feel, and then just like that connection you have with like the wairua of a place and the way it sort of sings to your own wairua. So it's powerful. So yeah, that place, that maunga, it's beautiful and I love it and it makes me feel so good. Yeah.
Lovely. Wonderful. So now that we have done a bit of connecting to the world and each other, we jump into He Timatanga, or the beginning of the game. So throughout this game, there's like stuff we kind of take turns reading aloud, and then there's 5 phases. So there's Te Kore, Te Po, and Te Ao Marama are the main core 3 phases, and then we have the Whakawhitinga phases. So Te Whakawhitinga ki Te Po and Te Whakawhitinga ki Te Marama, which is like the transition or the crossing over. But to start with, we will start with He Timatanga. So this is the beginning, the opening of the game, the proper part of the game. And I will pass to Iwa to start us off in reading things aloud.
Te Kore is a place of chaos, of the potential of all the world to come.
Next came Te Po, the perpetual night. In this space, the beginning of the world we know now began to be realized.
After Te Po came Te Ao Marama, the world of light and life. The world came alive and life began.
In between, the world shifted, transmuted, and changed. What lay within these places of transition?
This is a game of following that story, deciding what came before and where we will go next.
Rawe. So we come to our first of the phases, which is Te Kore, or the void, as it's often translated. Kore is kind of like a lack of, or a without, or a nothingness. So the way that this game works in its core phases, for our lovely audience, we each ask a question, and at each phase there's like topics that you ask a question on. So we each ask a question, and then once we've all asked one, we choose one of those questions to answer, and then we each answer those, and we do that 3 times in each of the core phases. So, Emlyn, will you start us off with reading out?
Absolutely. We begin in Te Kore, the void, the great nothingness. Here there is nothing. Nothing above, nothing below.
Time does not exist yet. Everything is suspended and waiting. Here, anything could happen. This is a place of potential.
This is the place where everything will one day be.
We are, together, the forces of the universe.
We walk backwards into the future, our eyes fixed on the past. So, the topics that we will be asking questions about in this phase are spirituality, concepts, deities, time, and values of this world. Emlyn, you are our kai timata, or the person starting us off, if you would be as so kind to do so, and ask the first question of the night.
Yeah. Oh man, the pressure. How many gods are there of this world, and what do they appear as?
Lovely, lovely. I am next. I think one that I really like when it gets asked is, what does time look like? So I'll ask that one.
My question, I'll say, where do spirits come from?
Wonderful. Okay. Do we have one of those who wants to answer what? Strong feelings?
I'll answer, where do spirits come from?
Sweet.
Okay,
You are?
I'll take your question, Leafy.
Yep. Okay. Kelly asks, do the chat get to ask questions? I think y'all can suggest questions, suggest things you want to answer, and if we like
I haven't
them,
been
we'll
looking
maybe
at
do
the
them.
chat, but
That's fine. You can offer them, and we will choose to take them or not. Okay.
like
how many?
phone a friend.
Yeah.
If we get
exactly.
stuck. Chat.
I like that. Okay. My question I'm answering is, how many gods and what do they appear as? I think I'm gonna go wild. And normally, there's like a few gods. I think I'm gonna say there's 100. Just go a little bit crazy here. And I am gonna say that they appear as individual plants on the face of this world. Iwa, over to you. What does time look like?
I think time looks like a road. Like it's just like a physical road that is at the center of everything, and it's just like, yeah, you can like go to and from this road, and yeah, depending on where you go, you can physically walk up to it and traverse it to any time you want.
Sick. And then Emlyn, where do spirits come from?
I'm so tempted to say that the spirits just come from the road, but that feels like a cop-out. I think that spirits actually come from the ocean. I think that all of them kind of there's like a cluster of them there, and then occasionally one may wander its way out from the ocean.
Very cool. Okie dokie. Vex says, yes, I was hoping for exactly 100 gods. So that is round 1 of Te Kore. Now we come to the second round. So Emlyn, you are starting us off again. Also, apologies to audience if you can hear my typing. I'm just taking notes for us so we can think about what to say.
Sounds totally fine. Sounds great.
Okay, cool. Great. I'm glad.
Don't make them self-conscious about it. Not allowed. A question. I'll do one on the values of this world. what is taboo or what is not allowed for people to do in this world?
Wonderful. I will ask, what how do our little god plants grow? Like, what is the seed that they grow from?
I'll ask, do our gods want to be worshipped?
Lovely, lovely. Okay, strong feelings that ones we want to take.
I'll take the do our gods want to be worshipped.
I will take the god plants.
I really like that name. I wrote it in I just came up with god plants. That's so funny. We're doing the exact same order again.
A pattern emerges.
Yeah. I think that something that is taboo or not allowed is I think in this world, like, I feel like in that sense of, like, you know, our gods are plants, there might be that thing of like, oh, we can never touch plants, but I think it's taboo or not allowed to just not use something that needs to be used, in the sense of, like, if you have someone who's sick and you have plants available that can tend to that wound, it is taboo to not use that. It's like kind of taboo to be precious about something and not use it. There's a real, like, practicality almost.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot.
Thank you. Sweet. Over to Iwa with, where do our god plants grow from?
I think they grow from significant events in history or in life events of, like, the planet and of our people. I think, I mean, particularly like times of great trauma or times of great celebration is where they grow.
Wonderful. And Emlyn, do our gods want to be worshipped?
I think that there is a desire to be nurtured, but in terms of worship would depend on the individual. There is a need for sustenance and for tending on some level, but whether that would look like worship or if that would look like kind of like leaving it alone would depend on the individual god.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
Or even if it wanted to be hated.
Sure.
Maybe.
True, not all the same. Kelly says, all of us have past lives as fish and hoarding is a sin. Okay, Emlyn, back to you for our last question of Te Kore. Or last round of questions.
Okay. What do the spirits want?
Very cool. Given that our gods or deities are like physical plants, what came before the world?
Mm-hmm.
Iwa, over to you.
How do the gods communicate with us?
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, strong thoughts about ones people want to take.
Mm-hmm. I'll pick Riwhi's one this time. I'll change it up. Well, what came before the world?
Yeah.
Iwa?
What do spirits want?
We're radically changing the. Oops.
I feel like if I pick how do gods communicate with people, it's just going to be a weird pollen thing, and I don't think we should go down that road.
Very good. Okay, starting with you, Iwa. What do the spirits want?
I think the spirits are the great sort of protectors of our gods. I also think that they yeah, like they are like the mind of the god, and they can like talk in between various gods, and they're like little messengers for like the gods and things. Yeah, potentially.
That's cool. That sounds like a fun video game idea, you know, like a TTRPG where you're just the messenger between gods. Someone write this down.
Crawled your way out of the ocean, and now you've got to go run errands for this goddamn plant. You're like is it the courier in New Vegas?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, Emlyn, over to you with what came before the world.
Oh, I wasn't thinking. I was thinking of what came before the world. I think that before the world there was a lot of like fire and heat. I think that everything was kind of like very bright and fiery, and eventually that kind of like cooled down and condensed and became more the water came in and then like watered the ground, and then the plants god plants grew, and so it came out of that.
Very cool. Okay. I also wasn't thinking. So I think we've got the spirits as messengers between gods. I mean, I think it's insects. I think I'm going to say it's insects. You know, insects are real crucial to plants growing and spreading. So I think it's they're like insect messengers. Okay. That brings us to the end of Te Kore. So we come to the first Whakawhitinga phase, Te Whakawhitinga ki Te Pō, or the crossing over or transition to the night. And we'll read this out, and then I will explain how this section of the game runs. So first came Te Kore, then came Te Pō, but there was a space in between.
A time of transition, of crossing over, a time where the void and the night blended and mixed into each other.
The absence of everything in Te Kore faded into simply the absence of light. The void clears and whispers, shades of darkness seep in through the cracks.
Forces of the world to come begin to stir, getting ready to open their eyes.
We walk backwards into the future, our eyes fixed on the past.
Lovely. So in this one, we have just one round where we each ask a question, or one of us asks a question, and then we all answer it communally. And I think that could be a cool time if anyone in the audience has things they want to maybe offer us to take. And then, we do that. So there's 3 questions in this round. And the topics in this phase are, we do one from the initial phase. So again, that's spirituality, concepts, deities, time, and values of the world. And it also has to include something from the next phase, Te Pō, which the concepts are the whenua, the land, the seasons, animals, stars, plants, trees, oceans, rivers, and mountains. Just kind of really any physical aspect of the world. So it has to include one of those from the first one and one of those from the second one. I am our kai timata, so I will start us off. I will ask, how is a insect chosen to be a messenger for the god plants? So we ask together, answer together, or come up with things. What do we think? Do we think it's, I don't know, what are our thoughts?
Acts of valor. I don't know.
Like,
this Weta is the most proud among all of his people. He's been chosen.
The most righteous Weta, yeah.
Yeah. I think there's probably some element of just kind of like stumbling into. I like the thought that the insects in this world are kind of going about their business and they kind of stumble into something greater. So they would go and try and pollinate or be around the god plant in some way, and by being around them, they're kind of like changed a little bit. And given kind of more agency and more voice there.
There could be an interesting like symbiosis thing where like when the insects come up, they gain that kind of knowledge and sentience or like awareness, and then in return they do that task for like take that message for the god plant. Kind of like a give and a take.
Sounds good.
It would be cool if they also could choose afterwards if they want to keep that sentience or if they want to go back to what they were before.
Ooh.
There's kind of an element of choice involved. If they want to stick around, they can. But if not, they can just go back to what they were doing.
Yeah,
like that. Do they just like a friend of the plant? They just tend to them and then gain whatever sentience or like whatever they need, whatever the plant needs to have in order to share their thoughts and stuff. Yeah, that's cool.
Kind of part of like the life cycle of the insects there. Yeah.
Cool. There's some very funny comments in chat. I had a human gain sentience. Jiminy Cricket as a prominent religious figure.
It's like the "Would you love me if I was a bug?" except it's like would you love me if I was a messenger of the gods and then became a bug again?
You know, hey, it's a question that needs to be asked.
And we're gonna be the ones to answer it.
Okay, very good. I think we can consider that one answered. So Iwa, over to you.
I was not thinking. How?
I have a question if you want me to step in.
Yeah, you do it.
Yeah. So the road of time that exists in this world, does it split the world? Can you pass through it without being affected by time, or is it like a barrier?
True.
And is there just the one, or do they go everywhere? Is it kind of like a thing that you have to work around, or is there just one large one?
Cool. Interesting. I feel like if there is just one, that kind of gives like a real, almost like not binary, but like a real linear sense.
Yeah.
Whereas if there's like multiple, that introduces more like fuckiness with time.
What if it
I guess it depends.
What if it is one, but it moves or something? Like it is just one and it has like a will of its own, and yeah, I don't know, potentially.
Yeah.
No, I kind of like that. Like it appears where it kind of even needs to appear or wants to appear.
And is it? Does it like go around like the whole planet, or is it just like is it like just like one strip of road and it just sort of moves around however it needs to, or?
Probably like whatever is needed, right? Like if it needs to, it could be around the whole thing.
I like the idea that if it's like sentient and have a mind of its own, it can also like play pranks, you know? Like it goes where it's needed, but sometimes it goes where it's like not wanted, you know?
There's probably a lot of there's a lot of road movies in this world where the characters go on a journey on the time road. And either have a fun time or have a really, really, really bad time.
I wrote in our notes it's a Wiggly.
I'm thinking like, what is it like? Dude, where's my road? Hot tub time road.
Yeah,
all those things.
Media in this world must go off.
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey road. And Vex says it's a road, but it's a big sentient snake.
I get.
Yeah.
Jormungandr, but a road. Oh, that's fun.
Yo. Okay. Lovely. Iwa, come back to you.
Yeah. How does the oceans interact with the road? And what we said earlier, what did we say with the oceans? There was something that Spirits live in the ocean.
Spirits
So
come from the ocean.
can the spirits use the road, or how do they use the road?
Yeah. Okay. There's like two parts to that, which I love. Does the road go underwater?
Hmm.
Do we have a road at the bottom of the ocean?
Oh my God. What would the implications of that be?
The past is wet. The future is wet.
I feel like a part of being a spirit is being kind of untethered from the world in this way. And so I think I like the idea of spirits not being able to interact with the road, as it were. That it is that barrier for them that they can't cross and they can't interact with it in the same way that living things might.
Okay.
Can the god plants use the road?
They're living, so I like their plants. So I think so.
Sure. Does that?
I was considering asking if the god plants could move, or if can you transplant the god plants?
Oh, can you pick it up and move it to another place? That's
Yeah,
so
right.
Sweet.
But what if the road moves to just kind of swallow up a plant? What happens?
What happens to the land under the road? Does that also get transported through time? What happens?
So many questions.
Okay. So we've got spirits can't interact with the road, but living things can. We didn't answer if the road goes in the ocean. Is it funnier if it does go in the ocean, but the spirits still can't use it, but fish can?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Sorry. Fix. Can plants drive? And if they can drive, do they drive a stick? Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay, I think we can consider that as successful first Whakawhitinga phase.
Hell yeah.
And now we come to Te Po. So this is where the in Te Ao Māori and Māori creation histories, it went from the void, and in Te Po, or the eternal night, the beginning of our atua, so Papatuanuku and Ranginui, formed the basis of Te Po, and their children were stuck in between them due to them not wanting to separate. Iwa, over to you.
The void has disappeared entirely, leaving a world drenched in night.
The rumblings of the world start here. The sky and earth come to in an embrace.
Between them, the rivers and mountains grow. Between them, the future grows.
The realm of becoming begins here. The realm of becoming moves nearly into our grasp.
We walk backwards into the future, our eyes fixed on the past.
Lovely. So this goes back to our core round structure, which I think there are some new people joining us, so I'll explain again. We each ask a question about the kind of kaupapa, the topics in this phase, and then we choose one to answer, and we do that 3 times, and that is a phase. So Iwa, starting off with you. So by the way, the kaupapa again for this round are the whenua, the land, seasons, animals, stars, plants, trees, oceans, rivers, mountains, all of the physical aspects of the land.
How does the how do if the stars is can it be an extension of space? How does space and stars handle the road? How do they interact with the road?
Interesting. Emlyn.
Mountains? Question mark. How do mountains work? What do they look like? What's going on with them?
Lovely, lovely. For people who I haven't made play this game with me, my favorite kind of question is where you say a word and then do a question mark. Had to be done. Had to be done.
At least once.
I will ask. Do fish interact with our spirits? Okay. Now we allocate. Who wants to take which? What are we? Strong feelings?
Fish.
I'll take how do space and stars interact with the road.
Lovely, lovely. I will take mountains, question mark. Okay, Emlyn, over to you with how do space and stars interact with the road? Phone?
I feel like, to me, a road implies that it is kind of a flat plane in some way, that it is a space that can be traversed, and by virtue of that has to be kind of on the land. So I feel like if there are planets up there, the road would be there or could be there, but otherwise, like the void of space, of the air, is somewhere that the road can't be, which gives an interesting thing when you think about birds. So I think that might be my question next time.
Lovely. Okay, mountains, question mark. Kelly says mountains, question mark. Yes. I think that, what do I think? Birds, question mark. I think mountains are a place where spirits who are not in the ocean but have come to land to be messengers between the god plants. I think that's like where they hang out. That's like the bar where they go hang out. Or actually, I think there's like a sense of like drawing to the mountains, and then that is where god plants like draw them away from to do their messages. But then after they've come out of the ocean, they're like stuck on the land for a little bit. That's where they hang out.
It's like salmon going upstream.
Indeed.
Back out to the sea.
Yeah.
I think do the fish interact with spirits? I think I'm going to take a big swing with this one. I'm going to say I think they do, and I think the fish are not big fans of the spirits. I think that the fish, do not get along with the plants, and they don't get along with the gods. And whenever there is a spirit nearby, it means that the will of the gods is nearby, and so they fuck with the spirits a little bit. Yeah.
Interesting. Surf war. Well, that is round 1 of Te Pō. So come to round 2. Over to you again, Iwa.
I think, yeah. What do fish look like?
Emlyn.
Yeah, birds. What's up with them? Why, if they can't interact with the time road, then what are they doing?
Cool. I will ask. I mean, it's kind of on brand. Wetlands, question mark. They are a cross between the land and the water. So are they, and there are some saltwater wetlands, particularly mangroves are saltwater. So how do they work? Basically wetlands, question mark. Okay, strong thoughts, strong feelings.
Well, I feel like it's on theme for you to take your own question, Rishi.
I'll do it.
But you don't have to, but
I would love to.
Yeah, I'll take birds. Yeah.
I'll take what do fish look like.
Did we all kind of almost say just one word for our things? Is it birds?
Pretty much.
Fish, wetlands.
Yeah.
We're going speedrun mode for this round, I guess.
Speedrun strats of Whakawhitinga.
Getting that good time split.
Emlyn, over to you with fish, question mark.
Yeah, what do fish look like? I think, building off of that previous thing, I think that fish eat spirits if they can. So I think that they have evolved kind of like a special like gullet or something that can both eat other fish and other things in the ocean, but that they can kind of like churn up and eat and take something from spirits as well. So I think they look pretty spooky, scary. Ocean's not a fun place to be, really.
Are they?
Yeah, I think they're
Are they similar size to the range that we have on Earth, or are they?
I think that there probably is a similar size. There's different ecological niches and stuff down there, but I think that the ones that eat spirits are definitely like the biggest and the scariest. I'm definitely not letting my thalassophobia influence this. Bad place, ocean.
Spooky.
I think the birds are very cognizant of the road and the land, and very they do a lot of tracking of like what is going on in the world. And so if you track the birds, you can track a lot of what's going on in the world. You can track like how the spirits are like acting, how the insects are communing and all that sort of stuff. And I think the birds are like, if you can follow the birds, if you can like see how they are reacting, you can basically track the health of the world at that time.
I love that. Okay. The problem with taking notes is I don't have time to think of my own answers. Okay, wetlands. Wetlands question mark. I think that wetlands are a place of, my first thought was like peace. Like, obviously the fish don't vibe with the spirits and the gods, and then the plants are, yes, here they are weird. The gods probably have feelings about the spirits, and I think maybe there's like some conflict going on there, quite a lot. So I think in wetlands, there's like a weapons down kind of vibe of like, and I think it's like built into like the way the world works. Like there's like a really calming effect in the wetland. But like things like there's still like hunting but like it's not like malicious. It's like just doing what you need to do to survive. It's again that practicality. Okay, and then
that's really cool.
And then we come to our third round of tip or. So Eva, it's you.
How do the seasons work when the road moves? How does it? Yeah, does it go with them? Like, do the seasons move with the road?
Don't.
So you spell my name wrong there.
You guys aren't allowed to look at my mistakes, okay?
Staring at it. What do the other plants that aren't god plants look like in this world? How do you kind of differentiate them?
Yeah, and I guess built into that is what do the god plants look like. How do the other animals feel about the insects being the messengers? Okay. Strong ones we want to take. I'd love to take the god plants one.
Hell yeah. I'll take the how do the seasons work then.
Oh god. Don't shut up.
You can use my other name if it's easier because it's only 3 letters.
I can spell your name. My fingers just don't listen. All right, Evelyn, over to you with season road.
Just use an emoji or something. Just do the X. How do the seasons work when the road moves? I think that the road has its own season. that doesn't kind of change within the road itself. It is in a perpetual state of I think it's in a perpetual state of kind of like warmth and heat, similar to how the world was before it came into being. And when the road moves, you feel that heat kind of around it. And otherwise, I think that there is probably more of kind of like a dry season, rainy season thing going on in this world, and that there's probably a lot of rain. I mean, during the wet season, there's a lot of rain. Yeah.
Cool. Lovely. Vex says the time season.
Yeah.
I think I actually think the god plants and the non-god plants look visually identical, but I think it's like a feeling like a wairua when you go near them. And I think they have the capacity to like hide it and reveal it when they want to. And I think that is a way that they choose insects sometimes, is like only when that wairua is open can those insects be chosen as messengers.
That's really cool. Not like a great Deku tree kind of vibe. I don't just have a little face on there.
With the funky tooth.
Yeah.
No, I think they are visually indistinguishable, which sometimes they use for mischief, I will say.
Hell yeah.
How do other animals feel about insect messages? I think most of them feel okay about them. I think most of them are like, cool, I don't have to, there's a lot of pressure off my back. Like, oh, thank God. But I think there are some that, I mean, like, the fish want to eat the insects, you know, they want to fuck with the gods in any way possible. The birds, I think, I think they got enough on their plate. They're like watching everything else, you know, they got too much going on. But I think like even like people, I think if we can count like other animals as like, if we can count humans in there as well, I think we are also like we're okay. Like we weren't picked by the gods, it was the insects. And maybe like the insects were like before we were here, and so it's like they're our great ancestor or something. Yeah.
Very cool. And we have some comments in chat. Imagine your first time seeing a plant and going, oh, this one has a god vibe. And there's a question about, have we spoken about birds and fish that eat insect messengers? Interesting.
No, it's true. We talked about spirits.
True.
Yeah.
True. Okay, and then we come to our second Whakawhitinga phase, the Whakawhitinga ki te marama, or the transition or crossing over into the light. So this is in Te Timatanga o Te Ao, the creation of the Māori worldview, when Tāne separated the Ranginui and Papatuanuku and let the kind of light into the world and let things grow. And, you know, the rain became Rangi's tears, and it pulled in the valleys of Papatuanuku and all that beautiful stuff of kind of, this is where humans came into the world and all sorts of domains and animals and life. So Emlyn, will you start us off, please?
Striking contrast forms, dark and bright, shadows and light, cold and warmth.
A dichotomy bleeds into the world, a choice between the night and the day. We already know which will win. It could never happen any other way.
Seeds of life planted and watered, ready to grow when the sun appears.
The cycle of night today will continue, an imitation of this time, a memory of when the world went from the dead of night to the life of day.
We walk backwards into the future, our eyes fixed on the past. So again, this is our Whakawhitinga phase, where we each ask a question and then we communally answer it. So we just have 3 questions in this phase. And the topics from this section are, again, all that stuff about the physical land. And then for Te Ao Māori, which we also have to do one of, is the peoples, the culture, communities, names, creativity, language, ritual, and the relationships between the people and the world. Emlyn, will you start us off, please?
How do people interact with mountains if they're the gathering places of spirits? Do we stay away? Do we want to go there ourselves? How do we treat them?
So this is communally discussed.
Yeah. I feel like there might be kind of like a bit of a separation there, like a desire of wanting to give them their own space.
Is that from like wanting to give them their own space, or is there like almost like an incompatibility between humans and spirits sharing the same place?
That could be cool. Like humans kind of aren't. If spirits are kind of used as the messengers between the gods, it could be a thing of, it could be seen as kind of an imposition of us to be in interfering with that in some way, or that maybe they can't interact in a way that we can understand. Like looking at static or something. So it actually kind of hurts to be around them, maybe.
True.
Do all spirits inhabit all mountains, or are there some that are like free and then like do humans hike up them, and do we have the time or space where there isn't a spirit to like hurt us or harm us or anything? Can we travel up them anyway, or
maybe it would be a thing if we'd have to like leave markers for spirits to be like, hey, can you leave this one alone? Can we have this one actually? Or maybe mountaineers in this world are even more crazy than mountaineers in real life.
I was going to say, I feel like a static headache would not stop a bunch of hikers from going on a hike.
No. Doesn't stop people going up Mount Everest, even though like you're literally going into the death zone.
Maybe there are like actual like guides, like their part of their training is like traversing the actual physical mountain as well as spirits as well.
Like a spirit Sherpa. That's really sick. I like that a lot.
Spirit guide, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. That raises some fun questions for later. Okay. Wonderful. And then who's next? I'm next. All right. That doesn't seem right. A cyclical game coming back to me.
You're the one who wrote it. You did this to yourself.
Listen. In how? Okay, hang on. This one's such a good phase. I have so many questions. Is given that we have messengers between, god plants, and we have messengers between, all sorts of different things. Like, what does the language of each of these different groups look like? Is it the same? Is there one? Is there like multiple for them each? Is it? I guess I'm asking language ? But like in relation to the different groups that we have, like the god plants, the spirits, the fish.
Is it potentially all vibe? Is it potentially all wairua? Like, is that how we are? Is it connecting through that other thing, the other part of us, as opposed to it being like verbal? It is vibe.
Yeah.
Maybe there is an element because for the insects to be able to be the communicators between the god plants and for humans, there has to be some way that they are translating that message. Maybe a part of it is on contact, on touch, because like the plant, if the plants can't move, then the insects are kind of that intermediary that can take that message and then transport it to us, can take it to us, because we can move around, but they can't.
Yeah, true. So like maybe it's like touch, and then that is once you are touched, you feel that wider vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. Okay. Iwa.
Yeah. I think do the spirits have a like form of creativity or like leisure or what do they do to chill out?
Mm-hmm.
That's very cool. I think it would be interesting if, because the spirits kind of come from the water, and like that's their kind of like birthplace, but that's also the place where they're in the most danger from all of the fish and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If there's maybe a comfort or something to be taken in like fire and heat, so maybe that's part of the reason why they like going up mountains, is because there's volcanoes and they can be around lava or something.
Pottery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spit in some damn fine parts.
They love ceramics. Whoa.
Probably also feels like nice to be just kind of like under the sun, right? If that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
And closer to the sun when you're up a mountain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should I add pottery, or was that a funny?
I reckon ship it. That's great. Go with it. That's excellent.
Or blacksmithing. That's a hot.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine like a spirit-made sword?
Oh my god.
That'd be sick. If the spirits like kind of taught humans how to make pottery and make things with their hands through fire, kind of like the Prometheus myth, but it's the spirits instead, despite the pain that was caused to convey that message.
Someone said pizza ovens.
Pizza ovens.
Pizza comes from the spirits, actually.
The spirits like, damn bitch, you live like this, to humans just eating raw food, and they're like, we can teach them how to cook.
Does this mean that all spirits have an? Does this mean that all spirits have an Italian accent?
Oh my god.
Mamma mia.
Okay, cool. Got fire and heat as comfort. They like being under the sun, and then they taught humans how to make pottery, kind of work with hands. Lovely. And pizza ovens.
Do they also just love blankets?
Pizza ovens very
They
important.
just fucking love blankets.
Sorry? Yeah, weaving.
They just love blankets. Yeah, that'd be so cute.
Looms.
Looms.
The spirits run a farmer's market like it's the goddamn baby.
That's great.
Okay, excellent. So that now we come to Te Ao Māori. So again, this is where our humans were created by oh my gosh, was it Tane who made humans as well?
Yes.
And I think Hino Ahuane was the first human. And it was kind of breathed into her, the sneeze of life, which is why we say Tihe Moriora. Okay, so the world comes into view, the dark retreating to the edges of the world.
Whoa, life forms at the corners, the holes, the cracks where the light does not shine.
It blooms and grows and spreads. The age of humans begins, the breath of life blown into their lungs.
They spread, exploring the world we have created together, the bright light their compass.
We walk backwards into the future, our eyes fixed on the past.
Cool. So this is again our 3 rounds where we individually answer questions. And again, so the topics are the peoples, the culture, communities, names, creativity, language, ritual, and the relationships between people and the world. I am starting us off. Do names have power in this world? Iwa.
What does literature look like?
where do humans feel most comfortable settling? Like, do they prefer to be close to the ocean or close to the mountains? Probably away from the mountains, but where do humans settle generally?
Okay. Strong feelings about ones we want to take.
What does literature look like?
Lovely. You are?
I can do names.
Lovely. Okay. And then you are first up, my friend.
Do names have power? Yes, they do. I think, yeah, that spirits, insects, they like the passing of messages and everything. I think so much of it is name based and is being able to call the name of another is what links so much of the language and the Wairua together. I think to know someone's name is to know so much about them and to be able to call to them and affect them. So I think some people choose to hide them and or obscure them or choose a different fake pseudonym.
That's kind of cool how the gods hide sometimes being gods, like behind being normal plants, but like with names. That's really sick.
Okay, Emlyn, literature.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of touched on it before. There's probably a lot of stories of people's various journeys on the time road, because it's a thing where like that's very personal, like where you'll end up after walking on it, if you'll end up back in the same place, if you'll have been changed after going on that journey. So I think there's a lot of focus on a journey specifically and on going to a place and then kind of coming back changed. I think that there's also probably some level of kind of maybe dance of movement tied into that as well. Like you don't just tell a story by saying it out loud. You have to act it out. You have to have some movement in there to imply that things have changed within it.
That's very cool. Okay. I have to. I'm sorry. Near bogs, near wetlands. But I don't think it's like necessarily in, but it's just nearby. Because humans kind of need conflict in some ways, in little ways, to exist. Whether that's just needing some sugar and you're out of sugar. So I think it's nearby wetlands. But when times of like intense conflict come up that can't be managed by the structures that they have outside of those, there will be like, oh, let's take this to the wetland, because then we can all come back down to Modito and then have a discussion from there. Okay.
Love it. That's sick.
Thank you. Head to a wetland. Okay. And then round 2 is again. What does a ritual for humans to communicate with god plants look like?
How do or rather, like, what does the study of birds look like?
Ornithology.
Ornithology.
Sorry, I just had to show off that I knew that word.
We're not being quizzed on this right there. No points
Did I not tell you
awarded.
about the quiz at the end?
Shit. I didn't
Obviously,
prepare.
you didn't read the rules, Emlyn.
I have the rules up on the other screen here. It's lies and slander. What was the question that I just had? If spirits taught humans about pottery and about crafting, what creative pursuits did humans invent?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Strong leanings.
I'll take study of birds.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
You go, Deefy.
I will take human creative pursuits.
Yeah.
Okay, and then over to you, Igor.
Ritual for humans to communicate with God plants. I think involves smoke. I think they burn something. I think like not necessarily like they don't take anything that was been living, but is like to burn something is like that heat and everything that is from the old, or like from like the precursor world before the gods came in. And I think it is the sort of it is one of the natural ways for the plants to communicate with humans. And like just you can either like by breathing it and taking in that old sort of it's like taking in the land, so that it's like almost like the people become human. The people become kind of like planty. You know, they've got like that same grounding as the plants within them. Yeah, I think
that's sick. Cool. Emlyn, tell us about birds.
Study of birds. Well, I think that the birds don't take very kindly to being captured. I mean, their goal is to be kind of above it all, to be watching over everything. So I think it is a thing where you have to kind of like bribe them. You have to treat them with a certain level of respect and earn their favor in a way in order to learn their knowledge. It's not a thing that can be taken, and if one tried, it would probably end very badly. I think that a lot of people seek it because knowledge is power, and there is a certain level of comfort that probably would be gained from, especially knowing the movements of the road, being aware of where it might lead next, and being able to have that kind of power and that agency. But I think the birds are aware of that and are not going to let you do that lightly.
Very cool.
yeah.
I think that singing was something that humans invented. I think that spirits cannot. There's like a block on spirits being able to like carry a tune in a way. It's all just kind of quite monotone when it comes out. And I think there's a real I think singing came from humans, but then chanting is strongly inspired by spirits. So I think there's a really thin line sometimes between those. And I think that's one that really talented like musicians play with and like kind of invoke the chanting from the spirits and then go back into the singing to show the kind of separation from that spirits, you know?
Cool. Hell yeah.
Okay, and then round 3 of Te Ao Māori. So Eva, over to you.
Is it me?
I think no, it's me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Trying to foist off your responsibility.
I would never do that. Okay. Does gender exist? Now over to you.
Now over to me. In what ways has the language of the gods inspired the culture of people?
what rituals do humans have that aren't tied into the god plants or to the spirits in their mountains?
Very cool. I'm gonna ask if I can take one immediately. The rituals.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I want gender.
Do it. Go hard.
If you're fine with answering your own question.
It's totally fine.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you're up first, Emma. Gender.
Oh, it only exists to be transed. No.
Am I
think
writing that down?
I think that gender does exist, but it is very kind of self-determined, and it's probably more roles focused. So it is something that you take on yourself at a time in your life, maybe a coming of age ceremony, where you decide what you want to be, and then that's kind of your gender. And I think that probably there are some people who chafe against that and don't want to have to be forced to pick one, and there's some tension there between people who think that you should be that same gender your whole life, you should stick to it, or people who change them, and yeah.
Love it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Opt-in gender.
Opt-in. Is it automatic opt-in, or do we have to like? Oh my god.
Is it like, when you have to click your cookies, you have to go show me more?
Paid subscription gender.
Is there like only
I
the
think that's
necessary
already what
parts
gender
of
is.
gender? Oh my god.
I think gender
Yeah.
is already a paid subscription.
Yeah.
In what ways has the language of the gods inspired the culture of the people? I think, to begin with, people learned from the gods about how to communicate, and we saw like the gods communicating via messenger, and so for a long time that became like the most traditional form, is that like you don't talk directly to another person, it is someone else has to be your intermediary. And I think over time it sort of grew once we sort of like developed our own cultures and stuff, to the point where we could one-on-one have that contact with each other. But I do think, to respect the old ones, the gods that came before, I do think that we do operate via intermediary as a show of like respect. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's really cool, where it's like it's impolite to actually address someone.
Informal, right?
Yeah.
Sick. Cool. Okay. I think that the rituals around death are entirely separate from the god plants and the spirits in the mountains. I actually don't think the spirits are like death, the dead people. I think they are something entirely different. So I think that there is a real like sense among the people of this is like our thing, there's like a very careful, like, generations ago, there's a very careful like separation between the god plants, their own thing, we want this to just kind of be ours. And I think the ritual, like death rituals, are I'm actually going to introduce something wild in one of the last questions of the game. I think that the birds are actually part of the death rituals. And I think there's a sense of like when like the dead like the people have passed to like move on, they like gather around birds, and then the birds kind of carry them around.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
Oops. Cool. Okay. Well, that is the last round of Te Ao Māori. So then we come to He Whakakapi to finish. So what we do now is we each ask one question whenever it comes to us in any order that will remain unanswered. And this is to kind of keep us thinking and keep us on our toes, but also to acknowledge that in an unfolding world, it is always ongoing and our questions are never completely answered. So when you have that question, feel free to speak it into the world and then do not answer it. One that I love asking, but didn't really come up this time, is what is the role of elders in this world?
Mhm.
Does it ever snow? And what does that do to everything?
Mhm. What does the sun mean to time?
True.
Mhm.
Okay, and then we read our final thing.
Our world is our creation, held in the palms of our hands, built word by word.
With questions and answers many times over, we have willed this world into being.
We have flowed through phases to create. We have flowed through time to form the world that is now at our fingertips.
The histories of this world press at us like winds. The future of this world lays at our feet, ready to be walked.
This world is our own, and we gift it to the world.
We walk backwards into the future, our eyes fixed on the past.
We walk backwards into the future, our eyes fixed on the past.
We walk backwards into the future, our eyes fixed on the past.
Lovely. So I will finish us off with the karakia again, just the Te Ao Māori. He karakia whakakapi tātou, I te timatanga ko te kore, mai I te kore ko te pō, mai I te pō ko te ao marama, kei te pūke he tātou, hāki roto, hāki waho, ka tupu tātou katoa, pera I ngā mata o te marama, pera hoki I ngā mata o te ao, ka tupu tātou katoa, tuturu whakamaua kia tina,
Tina.
huie tai
Tai
kie.
kie.
Taikia.
Well, that is our game tonight, my friend.
I feel like that went so
I
fast.
know.
Same.
It's
What
like
the heck?
just over an hour.
Wow.
Racing through
We
it.
were right when we said
Oh.
speedrun strats.
Yeah.
Yeah. We play again?
We have time. Delightful.
I do want to know what other questions people had. Like,
yeah,
in
what
chat.
would you
Like,
guys have asked?
Yeah.
I've got chat up now.
That's great.
Yeah, thanks everyone for commenting very funny things in the chat.
Yeah, this was a lot more. There was a lot more levity in this one than in like the test one that we did, which is not a bad thing for sure. But it was.
It's fun because we played a game on Thursday, and it was just funny how like quite different they are. You know, even just with like defining time very differently, it's like creates a wildly different experience.
I'm still thinking about the time river.
Yes, the time river.
And also, none of us talked about rivers in this one. I think we were all like, no rivers. We can't have them.
We overloaded on rivers last time.
Yeah. River maniacs.
But I did like that we made time a physical thing again. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kiki and Bobo RPG week.
Tag yourself.
Is KiwiRPG week more Kiki or is it more Bobo?
I think it's more Kiki.
But then you've got to think about like a kiwi, right? Is like I feel like the kiwi is the most Kiki and boba thing in general.
I guess
it does. It contains both.
It contains multitudes.
Pointy little things and got the pointy like beak, like and it's just like a blob.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Beautiful.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see in the thing, my little moa toy, but I set up some stuff, but then I don't think it's actually viewable in the VOD. But I have some little friends.
So cute.
They're very cute. I have a little eel over the back there as well. But...
All right. Well, I think that brings us to the end of our game tonight. So just as a reminder, if you liked this game, you can grab a copy on RPG Trader. Ewa, can I ask you to put the link again? It is 20% off for this week. That is both a digital and a physical copy, if you want to hold it in your little hands. And thank you so much for joining us and for being a wonderful audience. And yeah, tomorrow we have more cool stuff. Let me bring up what the schedule is. Stand back, please. Vamp.
Yeah, this was
Vamp for a second.
Vamp.
It's so fun. It's so fun
Yeah.
to play this game. We should do some self plugs. Go buy my game Mimesis at secrets.itch.io. You can play as a monster who eats memories. It's really fun.
It's very fun. You play with candles.
Yeah.
Iwo,
Uh,
where can people find you?
go follow me at Iwa Sucks on like everything in the world. Yeah.
We have Monster of the Week live stream tomorrow at 1 p.m. led by Ruby Kemp. And then in the evening, we have another actual play of 5 Evil, Fiendish 5e Horror, starting at 7:30 p.m. And also, we have a giveaway before we go, which I have been sent notes about. Let me just read that out. So we have a $25 coupon for Evil Hat Games. So we will announce it in chat, and then you will just have to type hashtag KiwiRPG in the chat to enter, and then in a couple of minutes, we will announce the winner. So if you want a $25 coupon for Evil Hat, who do so many cool games, including some games that have been written and worked on by KiwiRPG members, then type hashtag KiwiRPG in the chat.
Thank you.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
So is there something about they don't ship to New Zealand? So you might have to get a digital something, or know someone who lives somewhere else. PDFs only, yeah.
Okay.
Or you could use one of those U-Shop things. I don't know.
Just get it shipped to Australia and then have someone fly it over.
Yeah. Indeed.
Definitely way more expensive than than international shipping, but it's fine.
Pitif.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, we'll give you a couple more minutes to do that, and then we will announce the winner.
Yeah.
Hashtag KiwiRPG.
I'm very happy to have played the game. I've been meaning to play Whakawhitinga for ages, so it's really fun to be able to actually have the chance to properly play it with my friends.
Sarah asks, Iwa, is your game User Broken 2 available anywhere?
It is not yet. It shall be soon. Yeah. It was a while ago, and then I had to take it down because of legal stuff. It's very frustrating. But yeah, no.
Yes.
It will be eventually. Yeah. Yeah.
And we will talk about it all over. Well, Iwa will post about it, and then I'm sure KiwiRPG will repost it.
Amazing. So cool. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say it on chat to give myself accountability. I'm going to release
Hell
a game
yeah.
this week. I need to finish writing it, but it's very fun, and I will release it this week by the
I
end of the
believe
week.
in you.
It's about playlists and communication.
Yes,
through
this
playlists.
sounds so cool. It's so cool. Emily has described it to us earlier in the week. It's frick, so much fun. I love it.
I also have. I hopefully, if the art gets to me in time, have another bird game coming out
Yes.
this week. Imagine finishing writing something. I feel that.
Give us the birds. give me the bird
It was
immediately.
just pinned. Bird time. I think it's fake.
It's mostly written. I just need to format it. Ugh.
Oh, we.
Oh,
I
we
don't.
can enter? Whoa.
Wait,
Yeah.
we can enter?
Whoa.
Hello. Excuse. What was it again?
Hashtag
KiwiRPG. Get me in there.
It's just not. I have to do the.
Let me
Oh no,
in.
use SMS instead. Give me 1 more minute, please. No, it's not going to happen. It's not coming through to my phone. That's fine. Ewa and Emlyn, if either of you get it, can I have the PDF?
We didn't get
We
it.
didn't get it. So no, you can't.
GG's.
Congrats, Lyndon.
Well done, London. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. And yes, hope everyone has a good rest of your evenings and a good rest of your weekend. And also a lovely and reflective Matariki period as we come up to it on Friday is the official public holiday day. All right. Ka kite, Pomari, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us.
Ki te.
Ki te.